This is Paige Owens. I am the content director of Alternative Press, and today I am joined by Metro Station.
What's up, guys? Trey Cyrus here.
What up, Mason Musso?
Awesome. So, obviously, I spoke with Trace last year, and there were a lot of big plans for Metro Station's return. How have you guys been kind of holding up through the pandemic, personally and as artists?
It definitely messed up our whole plans to finish this record. Sorry, my dog would come over here right now. It definitely just messed up our plans to finish the record. We had over half the album done, and Mason had a trip planned out here, and I was going to go to LA, and we were going to do some writing sessions. And unfortunately, it just messed up everything, and we had to cancel the flights and just put the album on hold. So we really just wanted to put a song out so that we wanted to let our fans know we have been working, and we wanted to give them something just to hold them over in this downtime.
How's it been affecting you, Mason?
It's been crazy. I mean, I've definitely had moments where, like, I can't believe this is going on, but also a lot of self-reflecting. I think everyone's kind of going through that, and especially with the song. We didn't mean for it. We wrote it way before this whole coronavirus thing happened, but I think it definitely fits with how a lot of people are feeling right now. So.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting while I was listening to it, how much it kind of relates to our current state of the world, really. Have you guys been able to make progress on the album since the stay-at-home order was in place, or has this basically halted everything for you?
Yeah, we were considering at first to try to send tracks back and forth, and me record vocals in Nashville and Mason record in LA, and we just didn't think the quality would be as good if we weren't together. We really like to be in the studio together to write and really focus on the lyrics as much as we can. So we kind of just put everything on hold, and we were just starting to book concerts again, and we wanted to get back on the road. So we don't expect that to happen anytime soon either. So it's a downer for sure.
Yeah, I think that's the saddest part, is right when we were about to kick things back into gear, this whole thing happened. But for everybody and for the entire music industry, so I feel for all those artists who were planning on big comebacks and big tours and everything. It screwed up a lot of stuff. So I feel for everybody for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't imagine how I think My Chemical Romance are like a prime example of all of this right now. How they had their return show in December, right as the pandemic and the virus started trickling into the United States. And, we didn't really think about it. We didn't really, take it too seriously up until, beginning of March, end of February. And all of those plans that they have, it's like everyone thought they were seeing My Chemical Romance in 2020, and no one knows really the state of what's going to happen.
Yeah, it sucks right now, but we're just trying to find ways to still be creative, and there's still a lot of ways for artists to make money when it comes to streaming nowadays, which is such a blessing, because things like Spotify and Apple Music and all these things didn't exist when we were putting out music back in the MySpace generation. So it's definitely opened up a lot of doors for us. So even though bands can't hit the road right now, there's still a lot that you can do just from the comfort of your own home, which makes it a blessing. And you see a lot of these artists doing concerts, live concerts, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram. And there's just a lot more avenues that you can definitely explore now that weren't available in the past. So, if something like this would have happened in the music industry even like 10 years ago, I think it would have affected a lot of these artists even harder.
So you guys are surprise dropping I Hate Society, and as of right now, we all know about it, but no one else does, and they will when the video comes out. But the track is very upbeat, yet it's called I Hate Society, and it really focuses ultimately on things that you guys see some sort of a problem with, whether it's technology and social media or, being bullied in high school. Why was it important for you guys to write about the things that you dislike? And ultimately, how do you think our society can be better so that, these things that you're writing about aren't affecting our daily lives so dramatically?
You want to take this one, Mason?
Well, the technology thing is very interesting, not to get all Ted Kaczynski or anything like that on anybody, but I think we're seeing that now with everyone even more connected, and we're all in our homes, and we have, especially, younger people, all the video games, all that, can talk to your friends on Instagram. It's still not enough. You know, it's still not enough. You need, like, you know, we're dying to, you know, go out to dinner with people or go out to a bar and go out to a party. You know, you really do need that human connection more than anything, you know? So that's what I've been, you know, realizing and feeling more. And I think the song definitely, you know, says that.
You guys wrote that song last year, correct?
We wrote it,
January?
well,
Was it
I think it was like January, right before this whole coronavirus thing hit. So we really didn't have any of this stuff going on when we wrote the song. We just were writing about what we felt at the time, and somehow it really fit well with what's going on in the world at this moment. So that's why we wanted to hold off and put it on the record, but we felt like if we didn't put this song out right now, we were kind of missing a prime opportunity.
Mm-hmm. It also gives your audience a chance to reconnect with you on a musical level that they haven't been able to, you know, since your last releases. And the song is such a relevant topic right now. Do you feel like your audience is really going to respond to it, and you know, maybe it'll become one of the anthems of the whole pandemic or being self-isolated?
I don't know. My fear when we do songs like this is that it's so different from something like Shake It that so many people want us to recreate what we've done in the past. And then when we do make songs that are similar to Shake It, some more upbeat anthem, they get overlooked and people act like we're not progressing. And at times I feel like we can't find this happy medium to please everyone. So I don't know. I just hope kids listen to this with like a very open mind and realize that we're not the same people we were when we wrote the first album when we were 17. It gets boring making the same type of songs over and over. And on the album we have coming up, we definitely have the upbeat bangers, you know, just like we were releasing back in 2007, 2008. But, you know, I Hate Society is a much more just quirky, fun pop song. And with the whistle and everything going on, it's different from anything we've usually done. And that makes me proud. Like, I think I take a lot of pride in that we can make a lot of different sounding songs. When me and Mason got back together in like 2015, we released Love and War, which was much more acoustic based song. And a lot of people didn't like it at first, even though the song did well for us. Like, a lot of fans, they want what they're used to. And like I said, I just hope that they can be open-minded about it and just learn that we've grown and we're still evolving and we're going to continue to evolve and try new things.
Mm-hmm. Mason, what do you think has been the most difficult thing navigating? You know, you put out your debut album and it was a massive hit, and it really, you know, that is one of those albums that you talk about the scene, and it's one of those albums that everyone references. What do you think is the most difficult part of being that kind of a staple and then growing and evolving? And, you know, it's 2020, it's 13 years since that album was released.
I think you kind of just nailed it with what you said. I mean, you know, with having, you know, massive success on our first go at it, you know, everyone is going to look at that and, you know, judge everything that comes after, you know, maybe a little more harshly, you know, which, you know, when you have something so big, everyone's going to be like, well, is it as good as, you know, kind of what Trace just said? Is it as good as Shake It? Is it as good as, you know, Kelsey or whatever? I'm still trying to navigate it. I think we are, you know, it's definitely hard. But I think it's good. You know, it definitely pushes me. I feel like it pushes me to write better. And with I Hate Society, one of the things we went in, me and Trace talking about was no more songs about girls. That was one of the things we were like, no more songs about girls. So yeah, I think, you know, we're constantly pushing ourselves in a positive direction, I think. And I think this song kind of shows that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I agree with that. No more songs about girls.
Yeah, we've done enough. We've done enough.
To learn it though, because when you're young, I mean, you were like 16, 17, 18-ish when, you know, that album came out. But when you're at that naive age, that is the thing you talk about. It's the thing you relate to most. And, you know, 13 years later, that's not really the case anymore.
Yeah, we were 16, I guess, when we had the demos for like 17 Forever, you know, Kelsey, a lot of the stuff, you know, that I think went up on the MySpace when we were 16.
Trace and I kind of briefly talked about this a couple months ago, but how different is it for you to navigate from, you worked all of your music through MySpace to now having to use these more advanced streaming platforms, and then you've got Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. Like, how do you navigate being an artist and connecting with your audience?
I think I'm still trying to figure it out, and I'm trying to keep up with the younger generation. Like, we just started a Metro Station TikTok yesterday or the day before, and I'm really mainly only active on Instagram, and it's something I need to be better about. I do post videos on YouTube and stuff like that, but I kind of miss the old days of where the main focus was a site like MySpace, and now that's non-existent. So we're trying to just keep up with the times and learn what the younger generation is doing, even though we're getting older now. And it's something we're learning every day.
Given that you guys are separated, you know, Mason, you're in California. Trace, I believe you're in Nashville right now.
Yep.
How are you guys staying positive and continuing to not only grow as people, but grow as a band together while, you know, being forced to stay at home?
It's hard right now. Like I said earlier, everything's just been put on hold. So, you know, my immediate reaction was I want to start putting out all the songs that me and Mason already had recorded, just so we don't let this momentum die down. But we haven't given the fans a full-length album in so long. So we're just kind of waiting out till this whole pandemic is over, until we can get back together in person, and then really figure out, I think, a proper game plan at that time. It just comes down to making a few more great songs and completing this record as soon as we can and getting it out to the world. But, you know, we don't have some master plan of how we're going to make some comeback or anything like that. We're just trying to write great songs and hope that they connect with the fans that we had, and hopefully we can gain a lot of new fans right now, because even a lot of younger people are following us on Instagram and coming to our shows that they weren't back coming to our shows in 2007. Like, we still have a lot of 18, 19, 20-year-old fans and stuff like that. So we just want to make great music, and hopefully it speaks for itself and the fan base continues to grow.
Mm-hmm.
I think TikTok has a lot to do with that. You know, for whatever reason, Shake It has, you know, exploded on TikTok out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So just wild.
One of those songs, you know, these fans, they get so excited because they create these challenges on TikTok, which it's the only social platform that you can really utilize in that strange kind of a way. And yeah, they blow up these songs on there, and it's unbelievable to see what they're doing with it and how they've made something from 2007 like completely blow up again in 2020.
Mm-hmm. It's a great dance song.
It is. I mean, I told Trace this before. Every time that song comes on at emo night, watch out, world.
Yeah, no, we owe a lot to the TikTokers and all the Spotify playlist and all that. It's given Shake It a whole new rebirth again, and it's such a blessing. Like, I just did a post on my Instagram the other day. Shake It hit over 110 million streams on Spotify, a platform that did not exist when those songs were coming out. And the fact that it's getting that much attention still just shows that good music is timeless. And the whole emo scene thing has made a complete comeback, just like you said, with things like Emo Night. Like, I never expected this to be what we were making at that time. I never expected it to turn into a time in music that people want to keep reliving over and over, and they want to come to these emo. Oh shit! Sorry, guys.
You're okay.
Someone's calling me, but yeah, people want to come out to the emo nights and everything like that. So it's a blessing. People haven't forgot about it, and they really want to relive that time of their past. And it's something that I thought would have died and gone away a long time ago, but it just hasn't.
No, fans are hungry for it. You know, they love, you know, I feel like it's a sense of community, and that's what makes it so appealing to young people, because, you know, regardless of whether you're really into the scene or you're really into alternative or it's, you know, emo, it is a sense of being an outcast, and being able to go to an emo night, you feel this sense of community and belonging, and these are your people. So I completely understand why it has like continued to just grow and be reformed and reborn over the years.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's not something I expected to happen. A lot of the bands from that time really like faded and went away, and to see it make this massive comeback, and you know, these people who were scene kids back in the day, like, they're still proud to to be a part of that crew and everything. Like you said, it was a generation of outcast and face piercings and tattoos and skin tight jeans, and taking all these elements from the 80s to mixing it in with what we were doing back then of partying and, you know, the neon colored merchandise or whatever it was. It was just this weird blend of a few different things that somehow meshed together in a way that just worked out. I don't know.
It was just bright enough that everyone was it was appealing to everyone.
Yeah.
So given that you guys are separated, how are you both staying not only creatively stimulated, but staying positive throughout everything that's been going on?
I talk to my family a lot, and I cook a lot. I've been cooking a lot, and it's just kind of fun, like trying new dishes. One of my favorites is Brussels sprouts with bacon, and then I pour maple syrup on it, and it's like the best thing. It's like the best thing ever. That and making a lot of steaks, and I don't know. I should have been a chef.
Rewind. How does that work? How does Brussels sprouts and bacon and maple syrup work?
It's the best thing. So you got to like roast the Brussels sprouts with the bacon, right? Salt, pepper, all that stuff. And then once they're already roasted, they're out of the grill or whatever. Then you put a little maple syrup on it. It's like the best thing ever. You got to check it out. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing.
Okay, I've never heard of it, but it's very interesting. Trace, how are you staying positive and creative through all this?
I'm just trying to get back in like a normal daily routine. I was kind of like really lazy when this whole quarantine started, and I've been back in the gym working out, trying to take my dogs on walks every day. I constantly I'm just an emotional person, so I deal with like depression and stuff all the time. So I'm not going to act like I'm super positive every day during this time, because it's like ups and downs constantly. And like just recently I went off Instagram for like 2 weeks because I just kind of like what we're talking about in I Hate Society. Like every time I'm looking at my phone, there's something about the coronavirus and how bad the world is. And then I'm dealing with haters, and it's just overwhelming at times. Like I had to take a break from social media and get my mind right. So I feel like just in the past week, I'm finally getting back on like a good daily routine to not drive myself completely crazy. I'm alone out here right now in Nashville. So it's hard, but just trying to get through it.
Yeah, I know it's been really hard for a lot of people. You see, people struggling on social media and they're trying to be open about it. But at the end of the day, I was just talking to another artist and he was saying at the end of the day, it's like even just getting dressed or moving from one spot of the house to another is like an accomplishment at this point, because it is so hard to feel proactive with life when you're literally just stuck in one spot. It's hard.
No, it's very, very hard. And that's what I have to remind myself is I'm not the only person going through this. And I've been getting on Instagram Live lately and, talking to my fans about the same thing we're talking about right now and letting them tell me what they're doing during this time. And I don't know, at the end of the day, it's like I have so much to be thankful for and so many blessings in my life that at times I think we're all our own worst enemy, and we like dwell on the negative things that are happening when most of us all could be in so many worse situations than we're in right now. So I'm just blessed to have an amazing family. My dog's here with me. I do have a team of people that really have my back, and I have to remind myself that of that daily, because so many other things in my life and my personal life get in the way of the music and all the other things that are really important to me, like my career. But I just got to take it one day at a time and try to be positive.
If you guys were going to send a message to your fans, whether it's about the song or whether it's about that we're all feeling the same way right now, what would you say to your fans?
Just hang in there. This is temporary. We're going to get through it. And I know we all want to be united again. People want to go to concerts. They want to dance together. They want to sing together. They want that sense of unity. And we're going to get back to that place again. And I think when we are, we're going to look back at this time as a blessing, because it's really teaching us a lot. We took a lot of things for granted when we were able to go out and, go to the concerts or the emo nights, or, I was living in Vegas, going out to like the nightclubs or whatever it is that people are into doing. Like a lot of that stuff, we really just thought we could do it forever and there was never going to be something like this that happened in our lifetime. And I think we're just going to appreciate each other's company a lot more, you know, getting to hug each other, getting to touch each other, and, you know, not having to stand 6 feet apart. Like, this is not who we are as humans and who we want to be. So I think we just have to realize this is temporary and get through it as best as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Mason, is there something you wanted to say to the fans?
I totally agree with everything. Stay safe, stay healthy. But yeah, we're going to get through this. We will. As human beings, we're going to, you know, when stuff like this happens, we all come together and we're going to get through this. We're going to be stronger after it's done.
Amazing. And obviously, stream I Hate Society.
Please. Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. It was great to chat with you, and I hope to hear from you soon, and I'm really excited for everyone to hear the track on Friday.